The British royal court is quietly preparing for a potential shift in power as King Charles III faces a serious health crisis that could forever change the monarchy. Both the Daily Beast and In Touch have reported that Buckingham Palace is discreetly making arrangements for what could be an imminent change in leadership. Earlier this year, in February, King Charles made a public statement revealing his cancer diagnosis. At the time, the monarch assured the public that treatments were going well, and his optimism provided hope for many. Half a year later, the outlook has reportedly become more uncertain. Initially, when the king shared the news of his illness, the United Kingdom rallied behind him. His openness and bravery in confronting cancer were seen as inspiring for others facing similar battles. The royal spokesperson echoed this sentiment, saying, "His story truly offers hope to so many." Yes, the king is in a unique position as a monarch, but he's also just a man facing a tough diagnosis. His openness has encouraged countless others to seek support, treatment, and reassurance. Fast forward to October, and it seems the king's health has taken a more troubling turn. Sources inside the royal household suggest that Charles has paused his cancer treatment. This development sent shockwaves through the palace, especially since many within the royal family had initially hoped that Charles, like his father Prince Philip, who lived to be 99, and mother Queen Elizabeth II, who passed away at 96, would enjoy a long reign. Now, with the king's future in question, those expectations have shifted dramatically. Charles III, at 74, now faces not just a medical battle but a race against time. It's evident that Charles knows his time may be more limited than he had hoped, one royal insider shared. He's seriously reflecting on what he can still accomplish in the remaining time he has, and that includes ensuring the monarchy's stability. His cancer diagnosis has forced him to face not only his mortality but the legacy he will leave behind. Behind the scenes, Buckingham Palace is reportedly working to ensure that the transition of power to Prince William will be as smooth as possible. The 41-year-old Prince of Wales is now being prepared to step into the role of King William V when the time comes. Royal insiders note that contingency plans, like Operation Menai Bridge, which was devised following Queen Elizabeth II's death, have now been updated to accommodate the potential passing of Charles. The same source notes, William has long been preparing for this role. In many ways, he's already been taking on many of the duties that would fall to a king. But now, there's an expectation that the full weight of responsibility will rest on his shoulders soon. The Prince of Wales is increasingly seen as the future of the monarchy, representing a more modern and relatable royal figure who, together with his wife Kate Middleton, will lead the family into a new era. However, as William prepares for the monumental task of becoming king, his personal life is also facing serious challenges. Earlier this year, the public was shocked to learn that Kate Middleton, the Princess of Wales, had been diagnosed with cancer. The news was heartbreaking for royal watchers who have long admired Kate for her grace, poise, and quiet strength. In September, Kate gave an emotional update, revealing that she had completed her chemotherapy and was now in recovery. "The last 9 months have been some of the hardest our family has ever faced," Kate shared. "Cancer is a terrifying journey, and it forces you to confront your own vulnerabilities. But it has also brought new hope for the future." Kate first broke the news of her diagnosis in March, sitting down in front of the camera to share her story. The video, which went viral almost instantly, showed a visibly emotional Kate speaking candidly about her fears and the difficult journey ahead. Her bravery was clear, but so was the weight of the battle she was facing. "Now, months later, we see a different Kate," commented a royal expert. "There's a sense of renewed optimism in her voice, and she's found comfort in spending time with her children and reconnecting with nature." As the royal family braces for the future, there's a shadow looming over the younger generation. Prince Harry, King Charles's youngest son, remains estranged from the family. Having distanced himself from royal duties and relocated to the United States with his wife, Meghan Markle, Harry continues to grapple with his place in the family and his future. Insiders suggest that Prince Harry had hoped for a reconciliation with his father, King Charles, particularly after hearing about his health issues. However, William is reportedly far less forgiving. While Charles might want to see his son back in the fold, William is adamantly against it, said a palace source. Harry's tell-all interviews and memoir have made it incredibly hard for William to trust him again. The rift between William and Harry shows no signs of healing anytime soon. In his explosive memoir, Harry made numerous allegations against senior members of the royal family, and William reportedly sees his brother's actions as a deep betrayal. William feels like Harry has turned his back on the family and capitalized on his royal connections for personal gain, the source added. That's not something William is willing to forgive easily. Despite these ongoing tensions, King Charles has maintained a close relationship with both of his sons. Royal insiders describe him as a doting father and grandfather, deeply invested in his family. Charles has always been very close with his grandchildren, especially Louis, one royal insider shared. He's incredibly affectionate with them, and during the Platinum Jubilee, he was seen calming Louis down during the public celebration. However, Charles's health remains a serious concern, and with his cancer diagnosis, plans that once seemed long-term are now being viewed with greater urgency. Earlier this year, Operation Menai Bridge, the detailed plan for what happens in the event of Charles's death, was revised. It includes everything from the announcement of the king's passing to the organization of a state funeral and the transfer of power to Prince William. In the midst of all this, Prince William is feeling the full weight of responsibility. Not only is he dealing with his wife's illness, but now his father's health is in decline. The stress on the family is immense, but William is expected to rise to the occasion. He's handling everything with such grace, but the pressure is palpable, noted a close friend of the prince. At the same time, Prince Harry continues to struggle with his role within the family. Sources close to the palace suggest that Harry had hoped for a lengthy reign for Charles, giving him time to repair his relationship with the family. However, with William firmly against his return, it seems unlikely that Harry will be welcomed back into the royal fold anytime soon. As the monarchy prepares for a significant transition, all eyes are on Prince William as the next in line. The British public is watching closely, knowing that the decisions made in the coming months will shape the future of the royal family for generations. For now, the monarchy remains in a state of uncertainty. King Charles continues his battle with cancer, but his legacy is already being shaped by the plans being put in place. Prince William stands ready to take on the mantle of king, but the burden of the crown is heavier than ever. As the royal family prepares for what could be the most dramatic change in decades, one thing is certain: the world will be watching every move.